Hello everybody, it's Daniel here, and welcome back to a Showdown Monday edition this week. Why are we doing a Showdown Monday? Because I'm currently in the middle of my exams, so things are a bit all over the place, because kinda gotta prioritize the old studying. So that takes up a lot of my days now, so you may have even noticed around the channel, like, things are just a bit all over the place. It'll all clear up in about 3 weeks or so, but until then, essentially I'm gonna bring you whatever I can kind of do between studying. This is what I do to relax sometimes. So I thought I'd bring some Pokemon. I had my first exam this morning, so that's why I didn't do it on Sunday, because that would have been a terrible idea. You don't want to play games before your exams. Just don't do it the night before. Avoid it. So this week's team, the one that I've got, this is actually one that has showed up before, but I never got to introduce this team. And it's one of them I used in the Showdown Insanity a while back, where I was fighting all my friends at once. And this is actually one of my teams where I had a serious attempt at competitive Pokemon. I do this every now and then, where I just try and build a team just so I can do as well as I possibly can. So normally I like to try more kind of creative ideas and just really experiment with things, but this is one of my more just serious attempts at it. So the first thing you're going to notice with this team is I'm running a standard Mega Tyranitar set. It's one of my standard ones, like it's Dragon and Stone Edge Crunch, and it's got Brick Break on it just for some fighting type coverage. Nothing really new there. The Keldeo set I've got, it's in standard Expert Belt set. Again, nothing really new. I have Hidden Power Fire and Icy Wind on this thing. That might be something a bit different. I don't really know people really run Hidden Power Fire all that much on Keldeo, but I thought I'd run it and it's actually quite handy. I don't have any fire types on this team, so it does help. Now, this Scammer here is actually the only defensive thing on this team, because the idea of this behind this team is that it's as offensive as possible. So naturally you need some sort of wall, just as a bit of support for your team, and Scammer kind of fills that role. It's got standard Brave Bird, Stealth Rock, Roost and Whirlwind, just a bit of shuffling, bit of a defensive wall, and it's just nice. It'll take a couple of hits that other things in the team just don't appreciate. So again, another really standard thing there. Then we've got this Thundurus here. This is actually a Choice Scarf Thundurus, Tyrian form as well. And I actually love this guy so much. I've never really used him all that much on many of my teams. I believe I used him in the Mega Aerodactyl team I had a while back, but since then I've actually been trying out Thundurus a lot more, and he's become one of my favorite Pokemon. I do actually like this guy an awful lot. So I'm running a standard Choice Scarf set. I got Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. Again, just for coverage. I'm running a Modest Nature on this just so it packs a bit more damage so I can keep the offensive presence up. And plus with the Choice Scarf as well, it outspeeds most of the things that I need this thing to. So I'm not too worried about going all out speed in this thing. So this generally works, and it does a lot of damage as well because it's modest. Like, look at that special attack. Like, look how high that is. That's quite strong. Next we got a standard run-of-the-mill Aegislash, Swords Dance, King's Shield, Shadow Sneak, and Ironhead. Again, not inspired, and I know that it's like this normally isn't my kind of style for teams. I do try and avoid this, but again, this is like a very serious attempt. I just want this to be as offensive as possible, and it's just a couple of standard things in this. There's a room for a couple of things that people might not just expect. Like, I'm running standard Ironhead in this. Most people expect a Sacred Sword. The most creative thing on this team, the one set that I'm actually really happy with, is actually this Garchomp set here. Now, this is a weird looking Garchomp. This is a Salt Vest Garchomp. I really like this thing. It's surprisingly bulky. You got a bit of HP investment, a damage with mostly attack, but then you've got speed as well, so this thing's remarkably fast as well. And the moveset on this, I absolutely love this. It's Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Fire Blast, which is fantastic, and Dragon Tail. The Dragon Tail catches a lot of people off guard, and it's perhaps my favorite thing on this team. This is the set that I kind of taught the longest kind of thinking of. It's really offensive, it's slightly bulky as well, and it just catches people off guard. Dragon Tail is surprisingly handy. I'm really happy with it on this Garchomp as well. It's like there's no other moves that I really wanted on this. It's like I was thinking of running a Brick Break or something, but I've got other members on the team that have fighting type coverage, so I didn't really need it, and it works surprisingly well. Hopefully I can actually show that one off. But yes, it's kind of a bog standard team this week, but this one's hyper offensive, if you will. And it just works wonders. I've had a lot of success with this team, so let's get to it. Okay, and what have we got this time? Kind of a standard looking team as well, if I actually think about it. So okay, the Mega is definitely Charizard. Given the composition of his team, it's probably going to be a Y form. It's... oh god, he went against an all defense team. Well, he's not going to have any trouble with my team, considering it's all offensive. So he should be a bit better here. Okay, but given the composition of his team, that's probably just standard Mammoth of some sort, standard defensive Trevenant. Not really sure what the Excadrill is going to want to do. Tyranitar is probably a standard bulky set. Espeon maybe screens, they run a lot of different things, and Mega Charizard Y, that's what I'm going to call there. So looking at his team here, I would like to lead with Thundurus, but he does have two ground types on his team. So with that in mind, I am actually going to lead with my Skarmory, something I normally don't lead with, but sometimes it actually pays off. He's actually lead with his Mamoswine here, so this is alright, because he really can't hurt me. We're probably just going to do a Rocks for Rocks here. And the only real thing that I could kind of switch on this, I guess, is the Keldeo, and you know what, you see, I really want to get up my Rocks as soon as I can, because I'm going to actually kind of force him into his Excadrill as soon as he does. And oh no, he's got Espeon! Oh, I wasn't even thinking there. That was a terrible play. I should have just gone straight into Keldeo there. My apologies. I'm already... Oh, God. I'm already doing horribly. Oh, God. This is what exams do to you. You don't get to practice things as often as you like. But okay, he's into his Espeon now. I'm not sure what this is going to want to do. It may just go for a standard hidden power fire. I know that my Tyranitar can take that if that's what he wants to go for. Sure enough, he's actually just going to go for screens here. So this actually works nicely. Because most people just don't expect the Dragon Dance variety of Tyranitar. And looking at the composition of his team, I can deal an awful lot of damage to pretty much everything on his team. The only thing that will survive a hit is possibly the Mamoswine if it has a Sash. But that's honest to God it. Like, everything else in his team is really not going to appreciate it. So now he's got both his screens up. He's probably not going to stay with the Espeon, or he could just actually kind of fodder it, predicting that I possibly have the Pursuit. The best switch for him will probably be to go into the Trevenant, and because he has Reflect, if that's max defense, he will probably live a Crunch. Actually, no, he's just going to go straight into his Excadrill. Oh, we got a crit off on that guy. Oh, that is unfortunate for that Excadrill. That was definitely Sandrush variant as well. Just because he does have the Tyranitar. That's really unfortunate for this guy. His Excadrill has died tragically. It also means that our Rocks have essentially, like... Well, we essentially get free Rocks now because his Excadrill is dead. So he's really going to want to take out my Tyranitar because it threatens his entire team. So knowing this, I'm just going to go straight into my Skarmory. And this is actually the perfect opportunity for me to set up Rocks. But knowing that that's probably going to be my play, I'm actually going to go for a Whirlwind, predicting him switching the Charizard. Sure enough, he does this, forcing him out of the Charizard back into the Mamoswine. Now, he's got to make the prediction if I go for another Whirlwind or possibly the Stout Rock in this turn. I'm going to go for the Stout Rock. He's actually going to go to Espeon. God damn it, Magic Bounce! Oh, I was doing so well there. Oh, I was making all the right predictions and everything, but freaking this goddamn Espeon. Okay, well, the nice thing about this is that this Espeon actually can't do much to me. So let's go for a Stout Rock, and yeah, he's just gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam. It's like, come on, man, switch. Okay, right, so he really can't touch me. So essentially I'm free to just go for a couple of Brave Birds, and Espeon will take it okay. But oh god, I feel bad for this man. I've gotten a lot of crits off and I'm dealing a lot of damage to him. His Light Screen did wear off there though, and he may just kind of fodder his Espeon now and just kind of set up his other screen. What I'm essentially going to do is just go for another Brave Bird and just take that thing out. Now we can get Rocks successfully up at some point, so that is fantastic. Okay, he's definitely going to switch into his Charizard. He's probably going to Mega Evolve and just go straight for the Fire Blast. Not that my team is going to appreciate that. Now, I already evolved my Mega Tyranitar, so that's a bit of unfortunate, because I've actually killed a couple of Charizards before I Mega Evolve, get the Sandstorm up, they go for a Solar Beam, and it's hilarious. I love doing that. But we're not going to be able to do that in this case, and essentially I need to switch to something that I know will take the hit, and then I want to switch out to my Tyranitar and get the Sandstorm up, because if I have a Sandstorm up on this Charizard, he's really not going to be able to hurt me. So we're going to go out to our Garchomp here, because he should be able to take a Fire Blast decently well. Oh god, okay, you're right, he did actually predict the direct switch to Tyranitar there. Because I have the Assault Vest, I'll probably be able to live a Fire Blast. It is a resisted hit after all. I know the sun is up though in his Mega Charizard. Well, it does a crap ton of damage, but we can just go successfully for a Dragon Tail here. He's actually going to go out to his Trevenant, so that's really not going to work for him. We are going to force him out here. Goes into his Mamoswine. Now I'm going to have to switch. And okay, what is he going to want to do is the question now. If he's smart, he'll predict the switch directly out into my Skarmory and just go, well, straight back into Charizard. Now the thing is, I would love to go for a Dragon Tail on this play and just really catch him off guard. I'd actually love to go for a Fire Blast considering the sun is up. That'll hurt him. It really will. But I really can't afford to make any of those plays. The Ice-type move is just too dangerous right now, so I am just going to go straight out into my Tyranitar. Yeah, even like now, he hasn't actually made his move yet. He's considering this prediction. It's going to be a bit of a risky one. I'm just going to go out to my Tyranitar. Let's set up the Sandstorm, get rid of that sun. She's actually just going to go for the Ice Shard, so okay, that's fine. Now then, he's going to want to get rid of this Tyranitar because, again, it threatens his entire team. I need to save this guy. And on that logic, I really think that he is going to just go for an Earthquake. I honest to God do. So I'm going to make another switch out to my Skarmory. Sure enough, he does stay and go for the Earthquake. And that is grand with me. Now, we've still got to deal with this Charizard. And he's most likely going to switch it in just to get it in before rocks. So what I can essentially do here is getting a bit of recovery by going for the Whirlwind. Sure enough, he goes straight into the Charizard. It's unfortunate he's going to get his Sun, but we can just switch him straight back out. And this is a nice matchup. We're just against the Tyranitar now. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that. Let's get our Stealth Rocks up now, and he's just going to go for the Fire Punch. Well, I guess that actually makes sense for this set, considering he does have the Mega Charizard on his team. So that's not bad. Like. Fire Punch on Tyranitar, you don't actually see it that often. I'm interested what this guy's running as well, because like normally they run Fire Blast. The reason is specifically for Skarmories like this, because they really just can't hit through it. I'm going to go for a Roost, because I know that I can just kind of take this damage for quite a while. And let's just heal up, and we actually wore off the screens there as well, so that's pretty fantastic. Now, he could just predict me to Roost again, and knowing that, he could just go back into his chair. Oh, he's left. Oh, no. He did. Oh, okay. Don't do this, guys. Don't drop out of the battle like that. If you're gonna leave, like, surrender. Don't just close down the browser. That's kind of annoying. We're gonna have to sit here I'm gonna have to sit here 60 seconds now. Okay, well, yeah, the threat of like Tyranitar to his entire team there. It was kind of like tearing through him. He could have still done something there though. Like definitely like working around his Charizard. I guess though I did have rocks up at this stage, so. It was looking kind of helpless for him, but still. So let's move on to the next game. Okay, and what have we got this time? A terrifying looking team, because this is actually another hyper-offensive variant. Look at all the things on that team. Dear God, that's a really offensive team. Okay, so it's got to be Mega Garchomp, because that's the only one that can Mega there. Talonflame is just a nightmare to deal with. Excadrill, dear God. Aegislash as well. Conkeldurr, which is probably a Solfest. Probably going to guess that the Choice Scarf, Cure, and Black, because that's what they normally run. That's just a terrifying composition, that really is. There's a lot of dangerous things on this team. I have no idea what I want to lead with here. I honest to God don't. Let's just go with our standard lead in the form of good old Thundurus. And he's just going to lead with his Conkeldurr here. So the play for him to go into one of his ground types to take it, it's so apparent, like it really is. And I really want to go for the Hidden Power Ice. But I feel like I should just make the safer play because I need to get damage off from this Conkeldurr. And I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch. Hopefully he kind of just over-predicts a bit. If he just goes straight into the ground type, I can kind of use that to my advantage later. And okay, we're just going to do the damage on that. Based on the damage as well, this is not an Assault Vest variant because that dealt way too much. So that's good for us to know. So what is he going to want to do? The fact that he stayed in, the only moves that he can go for is potentially Ice Punch or the Knockoff. He's definitely not going to go for the Fighting type move on this. I would love switching Tyranitar, but I'm not going to be able to do much in return to him. Well... Actually, okay, we could play about this a bit. He's definitely not going to go for the Fighting type move. He's got no reason to really do that. Sure enough, he's just going to go straight for the Ice Punch. So now we've got Sandstorm up. That's going to start racking up some damage. No sign of what item he's using there as well. Based on the damage that Ice Punch did, maybe actually that... Maybe Choice Bandit? I've never really seen Choice Bandit Conkeldurr, but it's a possibility. Okay, if he's going to go for ending this turn, though, it's definitely the Fighting type move, so we can't just go straight into our Aegislash. Sure enough, he's just going to go for Drain Punch. So okay, he's probably running Expert Belt. Or something of that variety. So we can just go for a King's Shield. We can get some more damage off on him. Sure enough, he's just going to go for the knockoff. That's going to lower his attack. And Sandstorm is still whittling away at him. I'm not too sure if a Shadow Sneak would kill at this range. I would love to test it. I really would. But I don't know if that will... let's just go for a standard Iron. Wait, why am I... Oh, God. Okay, I am faster. Never mind. Okay. I always get... That's one of those speed ties I always get a bit worried about. But okay, we were faster there, so we had nothing to worry about. Now he's going to go into his Garchomp. This is most likely the Mega version. It's... More than anything, it's just probably going to want a Sword Stance. That's what I can really see it doing. It's either Sword Stance or EQ. It's not going to go for a Fire Blast or anything like that, because it'll make more sense for it to go just for the Mega Evolution Earthquake. The fact that it's also... Once he's going to get Sand Force as well. Dear God, I'll set up Sandstorm for this guy. That's pretty disastrous. We can just kind of go into our Thundurus here, though. We should be relatively safe. Actually, going to go for Stout Rock. Okay, that's a bit of a weird play, but it does make sense that you'd actually get it up on something. I was just more thinking that the Excadrill would actually have it. Well, Okay, well, which was probably going to have to go for a Hidden Power Ice here and try and do some damage off. And he's actually going to switch out to his Aegislash here, take that hit nicely. So now it's leftover set. It's probably going to be a standard Sword Stance variant. God, everything on his team actually potentially has Sword Stance, just looking at it. Talonflame, Excadrill, Aegislash. Garchomp could still have it as well, and that's definitely a Scarf Kyurem. Okay, Aegislash. They are a nightmare to deal with. If it's running the standard Sacred Sword and a Shadow Sneak set, what I can essentially do is go safely out to this guy. Oh no, it's a special variant. I hate these things. No. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, right. So he's more than likely going to go for the Shadow Ball. Based on the... God. Special Aegislash. Sorry, I hit my keyboard there. I didn't mean to do that. Special Aegislash is a monster. It really is. I'm going to have to go straight out into my Tyranitar here. Get Sandstorm up. Hopefully take this hit relatively well. Oh, God. Resist a hit. Special defense drop as well. Not going to appreciate that. And what he's probably going to want to do now is just go straight for a standard King's Shield. I'm going to have to go straight for the Dragon Dance instead. Sure enough, he is just going to go for that. So now we've got Dragon Dance up. And even a defensive, well, even an Aegislash in shield form, a Crunch should be able to one-hit KO it. Sure enough, it does. Again, Mega Tyranitar is a monster. So that is grand. We've dealt with another of his major threats. So, okay, so what is he going to want to send out next? He's probably going to actually either go back into the Garchomp. He has no reason really not to do that. And I can't really do much damage to that in return. So, sure enough, that's exactly what he's going to go for. And what's this going to want to do? Well, definitely not set up Stealth Rock again. It's a bit of a weird play. Probably just the EQ. I'm guessing the other moves in this set is possibly the Fire Fang and the Outrage or something like that. If he's going to go for anything, though, it's definitely just the EQ. And actually, what we could do, if we go into our Thundurus now, with our Hidden Power Ice, we can actually deal a good nice little chunk to whatever actually wants to take it. Now, he switched immediately out the last time. He could just make the prediction. I could try and predict him to switch this time and go for a Volt Switch, which would be really nice if I got it off. I'm just going to make a safer play down and go for Hidden Power Ice. Sure enough, he's just going to go into his Excadrill there. We'll knock that balloon off. Sure, why not? It's a nice bit of damage, though. And that also means that he's susceptible to Earthquakes from my Garchomp, so I can later kill that. So that is fine. Then what's this guy going to want to do? He's probably might just even set up a Sword Stance. Or actually, he's probably just going to go for a Rock Slide, isn't he? Let's just go out to our Aegislash, because he's definitely not going to go for the EQ on the Thundurus. Sure enough, just Rock Slide, and we actually avoided the attack there, so okay, no damage was even caused there. So that's grand, I'm not going to complain about that. Now, I need to keep this thing in actually relatively good health, just so I can get some extra damage off in Talonflame, and also the Kyurem, because that's going to be actually quite problematic to deal with. So he's probably just going to want to EQ this turn. So what I can essentially do is I can now get a good switch out into my Skarmory, as he's probably just going to go for the EQ. Sure enough, he does. And now I am not going to go for the Roost off the bat, but rather I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock, because we need that to deal damage to his Talonflame and his Kyurem. And he could just predict me to Roost here and go to something else. And actually, no, he's going to go out to his Garchomp. That's fine with me. We now have Stealth Rocks on the field. He does still have his Excadrill. That will have Rapid Spin. So we still got to worry about that. But we should be okay here. Now, we are definitely slower than him. And oh no, he's actually running Flamethrower on that thing. That's kind of disastrous. That actually is. Okay, right. Okay, well, the nice thing about this scenario is that regular Garchomp is actually faster than Mega Evolved Garchomp, so we could go out to our own Garchomp, but the problem is that I don't think a Dragon Claw will actually kill him. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go out to Keldeo, because no matter what he switches to here, Keldeo can actually cause some kind of damage. So I'm just going to go straight for an Icy Wind. I have Expert Belt on this thing, so it's going to do a heck of a lot of damage. I'm not entirely sure if it will one-hit KO it, because yeah, Mega Garchomp is just a monster, it really is. He's just going to go for a standard EQ, that's fine with me. And now we can just kind of go for a Secret Sword. If he wants to bring in his Excadrill, sure, that thing will die horrifically. Oh, okay, he's actually going to go to his Kyurem, so this works surprisingly well, as that thing just dies instantly. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's that threat dealt, and he forfeit. Oh, I don't actually blame him for that one. Oh, that went horribly wrong for him towards the end. We actually did remarkably well there. Oh god, Keldeo. You've got to be wary of that. If you're on low enough health like that, I could just go for a standard move and I could just horrifically kill some. There was no way I was gonna go for another Icy Wind. Secret Sword would kill you at that range. Oh, that's really unfortunate though. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. Here, let's go for one more. Okay, and what have we got this time? A duo of huge power. Well, huge power and pure power. Dear God, that's quite offensive. So that's slightly terrifying. Though I'm about to lose senses going up. Alright, oh, don't say that. You've got a cool looking team. I don't know what to expect here. Well, okay, so if I was to have any ideas, I'm not sure about the Azumarill. It's a Mega Metagame because that's what it's got to be. Bisharp is a huge threat. Thankfully, I do have Keldeo to deal with that. So I'm going to have to keep that guy around. It's my only thing to deal with it. Gudra, I'll be able to get with the Garchomp. Mammoth's just going to be a bit of a problem in general, but I think we should be able to work around it. There's nothing too much I fear on this team. I'm just going to leave with Skarmory because he's probably going to leave with Mammoth. Sure enough, he is. So we can essentially get a Rocks for Rocks off here, and yeah, that's just what's going to happen. It's just a benefit for both of us, really. It doesn't have anything else by the looks of it that can Rapid Spin. Actually, no, Medicham doesn't get Rapid Spin. Then it looks like a Pokemon that might get Rapid Spin, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let's just go for a Whirlwind now. He's actually going to go straight into his Gudra, so that's fine with me. That's going to get a nice bit of chip damage off on that. Now he's going to go into... Oh, that's an adorable... I love that name, Mr. Fluffaluffagus. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cute. Okay. Yeah, that's just loving the Azumarill thing. That's such a good name. I love that. Okay, Mr. Marley. Right, so what's Trevenant going to want to do to us? Well, they're probably just going to want to Willow something. That's what Trevenants do, all day, every day. They just Willow everything. Right, so with that in mind, I could just, let's just go for a Brave Bird, do a small bit of damage. Actually, no, wait, he was going to Willow me. Why did I Brave Bird? Oh, that was a terrible play. Okay, right, and, oh, he's got, okay, Citrus Berry Harvest. So we are going to have to try and kill that guy in effectively one shot. These things are actually quite difficult to actually deal with. When you work with a name, you have to abuse all of your resources. K&D was an awesome reference. I'm not sure what K&D is, but okay, I love that name though. Let's just go for another Whirlwind. I don't want this guy in here. I do not want him setting up subs, dear God. And okay, he's going to go into his Medicham now. But this is probably just going to want to go for a standard Fake Out and rack up some more Leech Seed damage and possibly some Burn. With that in mind, I have no reason not to go for my Aegis Slash. And what I can essentially do here is set up a Sword Stance. He probably might just switch into his Trevenant. But we should be in a position where he can do a significant amount of damage to everything on his team. His only counter for it is going to be Bisharp. But when he goes into that, I do have Keldeo for that exact purpose. Sure enough, he is going to go into it right now. And now it's just in his best interest to go for the Night Slash or the Sucker Punch. Iron Head would make no sense as a play. Let's go straight out into Keldeo. We've got no reason not to do this. Knock off. Okay, right. So he did have something else to do. Oh, yay, we got the Justified boost. That's going to power up them Hydro Pumps. Oh, God. Okay, right. So the Secret Sword is so painfully obvious. So painfully obvious. I really want to go for it. But I'm going to have to go for the Hidden Power Fire here, predicting the Trevenant. Sure enough, he is going to bring that in. Citrus Berry is going to work in his favor here. So, okay, but we can just go for another Hidden Power. It really is too bad Keldeo isn't much of a physical attacker. I know. I actually really want to try a physical Keldeo. You can actually run them. What was it? Waterfall, Close Combat, Aqua Jet. And, well, okay, he kind of runs out of moves after that. But still, that's something I'm actually going to want to try at some point. It is a shame. It really is. Okay, he's back into his Azumarill though. What's this thing going to want to do? Play rough or just waterfall me? Probably it's more inclined to go for the play rough, but even with that said, the waterfall is still a bit of a danger, and we do still have our Skarmory, which is precisely for this cause. Oh, and this is where a bit of a speed investment for Skarmory is actually going to pay off, because we do have a little bit. Oh yeah, Aqua Jet. God damn it! Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh, that's a real shame. Okay, right, well, I was doing well, I was. Okay, right, so Waterfall and Aqua Jet. Well, the fact he has leftovers as well. We now know that he's not locked into anything. His other move is probably going to be Play Rough. If he has anything else on this set, it's more than likely going to be actually I'm actually predicting kind of the Belly Drum on this thing. Some of them do run that, it's not all that uncommon. Okay, right. So I have no idea who's faster here. And hi, Miss Sword. Yeah. I have a Mr. Sword on one of my other teams, so that's why it's Mr. Sword. I'm gonna SD here. The reason being is I'm not sure what he's gonna want to do, and he's actually gonna go out to his Gooter here, so this works surprisingly well, actually, because this thing's not going to be able to kill me with a flamethrower, and Ironhead should be able to do a significant amount of damage in return, and oh god, it's actually going to kill him. Okay, well that's fantastic there. And he didn't have Gooey on that thing, so that's interesting. Oh, we're never going to find out what that set is now. That's a shame. Okay, right. I'm going to King's Shield here for a bit of recovery if he wants to go for the knockoff. That will lower his attack, which will be handy for getting my switch back into Keldeo. And my switch into Keldeo is actually quite obvious as well, so he may just kind of predict it. And yeah, sure enough, he is just going to go straight for the Ironhead there. And oh yeah, they actually get Defiant. So yeah, for status drops that they get, there's attack stat just raises again. So we're not going to be able to hurt this thing. We really aren't. And your shield, it does not. Hey, leave my shield alone, damn it. Although he's kind of got a point. I haven't got Secret Sword on this thing. But he doesn't know that. So that's all I've got working in my favor right now. I'm very tempted to just go for an Ironhead, but the fact that I switched before, he's not really going to mess about with that. Oh god, I hate doing this, but I'm switching in a Tyrannodon and a Bishop. Don't kill me with the Ironhead, don't kill me. Okay, he went for the knockoff. Oh, don't do these plays, guys. They're ballsy as hell, and you will probably die. Oh, that was incredibly ballsy on my part, but now we can get a successful Brick Break off, and we can take him out. Oh, god. Okay, now he's going to go straight into his Mamo. It's going to break his potential Sash there. He's got no reason to really go for it. Well, just not to go for the EQ there. I've got none that really taste the EQ all that well, though. And given the composition of the rest of his team, this thing's not going to be able to help that much. So, yeah, let's go for it, Tyranitar. Let's see how much damage you can cause. Sure enough, he's just going to go for an EQ. Take us out. That is fine. You did your job. And now we can pretty much go into our Keldeo and just do as much damage as we can. But I want to keep him just around just a bit longer because Keldeo is actually quite handy against most of his team here. I am just going to go straight into my Aegislash here. What I can essentially do here, go for another King's Shield, get a quick bit of recovery off. Sure enough, he is just going to go for the EQ. Shadow Sneak from this range should definitely knock him out. And essentially, I just want Sandstorm to wear off so Keldeo and Thundurus don't take that much damage. I will EQ until I kill something. You say that, but you just went for Ice Shard. Come on now. Oh, God. He had no reason not to really do that there. Okay, so it's going to go out into Mr. Fluffaluffagus. I love that name. I really do. It's right up there with Sebastian Jared Isaacs. Let's King's Shield. We got no reason to do this. He may have only attacking moves. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's happened. He has the belly drum. This is really bad now. Okay, so this comes down to me actually remembering who was faster here. Did we have a matchup before with Aegislash on Azumarill? I can't remember, but it actually does come down to this. This is really important right now, guys. No, we haven't had that encounter. No, which is faster? I don't know. I don't know. Ironhead. Oh, we're faster. Oh, thank God. Oh, that could have gone so badly. That really could have gone wrong. Oh, well, that's game. Yeah, that was a fun one, though. Oh, and he left before I said G. We'll say GG. GGG. It was a greatly good game. I don't even know. Oh, that could have gone disastrous towards the end there. That's one of those speed types I'm just never sure about. It depends if some Azumarills have a bit of speed investment, and some of them do. They catch you off guard like that. Oh god, that was a really fun game. That's a really cool team this man was using as well. I actually really like that. Makes me really want to use a Bishop. I've been seeing more and more of them as of late, and I think I'll try one of them out soon. As soon as exams are over, of course, because I haven't got that much time to experiment right now. But still, that was a really fun game. I like that one. And so, that's going to be it for this week's Showdown Monday edition. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this team isn't exactly the most creative of ones I've had, but it's a really solid team. I've had a lot of fun using this to just climb the ladder every now and then. Although it didn't really show in those videos because I was quite near the bottom. But again, disruptions, what are you going to do? I think in future, what I might just do over summer is just like, I really want to try a day over summer where I just do as much laddering as I can. And my idea for it is I'm just going to record as pretty much all of it and see just how high I get on the ladder. God, that could have been taken out of context there. How high I get, yes. Let's go with that. Oh, God. This is a really fun team, though. I do like this. Again, kind of standard, but it's a lot of fun to use, and it does work. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you at the next video, hopefully sometime during the week. Again, disruptions, what do you gotta do? Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.